Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing good today or better. Um, I've gotten this question quite a bit, so I know that it is a concern amongst a lot of you. And it's whether or not you should let your twin know that they are a twin flame, whether or not you should let them know about who you really are and what this connection really is. And you will end up doing whatever you're guided to, but I don't mind sharing my advice with you guys. I know that it is difficult. I've been on this journey now for 3 years, and in comparison to other twins, it may not seem like much, but I do know what it's like. I've experienced it, I felt it, I feel it, and I know the pain. And twin flame pain is no joke. It's unlike any other pain at this level, really. And it isn't your average breakup or separation or divorce. It isn't average grieving. This grief is on a different level. It almost feels like we're missing a fragment of our soul, part of our being. And we know what it is. It's our twin, and we know it. And I know it sounds intense, but that's really how it feels like sometimes, all the time, actually. And so yeah, and it can be intense because it's a deep soul pain, and it's felt on higher soul levels. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I know for me, when I first had my first separation with my twin, I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what this was. All I knew is what I was feeling. And so if I wasn't on good terms with my twin, I didn't want to do anything at all. The things that I used to love doing, I had lost interest in doing them for a period. And so, the process had begun, the death of the ego. And it's like they say, everything must die in order to live. And that's exactly what was happening. And I know a lot of you are going through this, but it'll get better. It will. And so anyway, it wasn't until after my awakening in which I finally felt some relief, because I realized that, oh my goodness, I am not crazy. And, you know, this actually has a name, and it has a meaning, and it has purpose. And there are other people feeling this. So it's not just me. And so I questioned whether or not I should send my twin an article, or whether I should tell him about it or hint to him. But I didn't. It's like something within me told me not to. It's almost like my higher self was telling me, hold on. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just hold on. And I did. I held on, and I'm glad I did. I'm actually glad I didn't send out any information about twin flames to my twin just yet, because there's a reason for that. And these reasons have been revealed to me for obvious reasons. But so, in this twin dynamic, we have us, which is the more spiritually aware, more awakened twin. And then we have our counterpart, the more asleep, more in ego, and more 3D twin. And so we were actually built this way, though. We agreed to have it done this way because for us, we were built to understand the connection, to grasp it, and to stay awake after recognition. But our twins weren't. Our twins were built to awaken in a certain way. And that's because at this level, our carbon-based bodies can only hold so much emotion so much pain, so much emotion. We can only hold so much and release so much. So because twins are usually born into certain lineages, certain families, certain experiences, there's a lot of deep-rooted pain, okay, that we carry. And awakening a sleeping twin in one hit isn't the smartest thing to do. And this is exactly why the divine has orchestrated the awakening of our twins to happen in a certain fashion. So this is why the divine orchestrates awakenings and activations periodically and in doses. Because, if they wanted to, they could blast awake our twins. But it isn't the safest thing to do, because what would happen? Our twins would experience soul shock, for sure. Or PTSD, some sort of emotional distress. They would experience some dramatic change in emotion with it, and it isn't the right thing to do. This is done for the sake of our own soul, for the well-being of our soul, for the benefit of our sleeping twins, and we have to trust it. Because what would happen, let's say, if you start to send your twin information about twin flames, and you start to say to them, like, well, you know what, you are a twin flame and I'm your twin flame, and we're on a mission, and we used to be merged a long time ago, and we are here together reuniting and remerging, and so now we're on a mission to raise the frequency of the planet, and we have to stay together because we're on a mission. From a 3D perspective, that is traumatic. That's a load. It's a lot to take in. So what you've done now is you've risked the timing of your union. Because who knows? You may be adding 3 months, 6 months, a year and a half, or however long, because now your twin has to heal that soul shock. And now they have to process it, come to terms with it, accept the concept, accept their truth, and process it. And a lot of sleeping twins don't take that lightly. It's work, and it is soul shock. So now they have to heal that, and you don't want to do that. You definitely don't. So the smartest thing to do is to allow the divine to awaken your twin, allow them to get it in a natural, organic way. Because although it may seem like your twin is able to handle it, and like they'll be able to get it in their time of solace, when they are processing all of this information, there is soul shock. There is. And then you don't want that, because there will be this undercurrent of doubt, confusion, fear, whatever it is. And you don't want to add that to whatever you're going through now. So my advice to you, if you do have contact with your twin on the 3D, or when you finally do come into contact with them, my advice to you would be to build the rapport. Build rapport with your twin, strengthen your bond, the communication, and win them over. Win them over with your lightheartedness. Don't make it too heavy where you start to question the past, question the connection, get after them. And, you don't want to do that. You don't want to add pressure, because pressure is no good for sleeping twins at all. They will run to the hills. So you don't want to do that. They are processing their own stuff, believe me. So once you feel like you have a strong communication, and once you feel like your bond is strong enough on the 3D, then you can start to question little things here and there, like, well, hey, what do you think about the universe, or this concept, or that concept, or what do you think about that aspect, And once they start to, you know, um, talk to you about certain things, what will happen is the divine will start to manifest even more on your twins' behalf, They will start to manifest even more synchronicities on their end, to the point to where when these activations do come, or these portals do come, on top of you supporting them, along with the synchronicities, they will start to get it and feel it, to the point to where they will start to say, well, wait a minute, I am actually connected to him or her. Oh my goodness, I really feel it. And this is how they get it. They transition into their awakening instead of just being shoved into it. And I do know that there are twins who get awakened in one hit, and that's because it does depend on their mission. Every union is different. It depends on, on your process. Some twins do have to be blasted open because they are very, very stubborn, and their mission needs to start now, and we are accelerating, and it needs to happen right now. So some twins do get blasted awake. But guys, that's my advice to you: is you don't want to send information to your twin if you don't have to. Take it easy, allow the process, fully surrender, and let it happen. Let it happen. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, hang in there. Also too, I just want to mention really quickly, I do know that I huff and puff a lot in my videos, and I'm sorry. It's just that I am a big feeler, and so I tend to feel ahead of my words. And it's like I think in feelings, okay, if that makes sense. I think in feelings, and I perceive in feelings, and it's weird because it's a form of synesthesia, which I have. It's where you see colors with sounds, and you you see color with certain sounds, certain voices, certain things. There's all different types of things associated with this phenomenon, but I have that. So I I do tend to get ahead of myself. Also too, I tend to chuckle a lot, but I don't mean to laugh at it or laugh at y'all, or I don't want to make it seem like I'm laughing at the situation. It's just that's how I react to intense emotions. So I'm sorry about that, guys, but that's all I wanted to say. Hang in there. I will stay in touch with all of you, and have a great evening. Bye.